I'm not an expert, I'm not a professional, I'm not a millionaire. I'm just a normal beginner entrepreneur trying to chase the dream. But I know I'll make it. Just all you have to do is follow me, and you also make it through your business and your beginner entrepreneurship. I'm not a professional, I know you guys know. So if you have things to say, you can just comment it down below, and I will be there to comment or to watch. And if you want, you can also come along to this podcast and we can talk about your business and your ideas, how we can make it grow together. So, first and first, how much has this how much did it cost me to start? Yeah, because some people think they really need a big budget to start a business, I would say you don't really need that much money. You can need some money, but you don't really need any money. For example, if you tell someone to pay you half in advance and you give them the service that they need by using the equipment that they have or equipment that you already have, you don't really need the money to start, and you don't really need a professional equipment to start any business. For me, I started with like 400, I think 300 euros. What I did, I ordered all starting kits of tattooing. That's about six years ago, I think. I ordered all tattooing kit and I learned how to tattoo through YouTube. Imagine 300 euros. I made that through working student job. It was like small money to make. I made it, and that's how I started Income Part actually. From there, I started learning, tattooing, learning. And I started, a few years later, I started tattooing on people. And the first money that I made was through a lady that gave me money without me even asking for money. She just said, yeah, I want you to do this, and here's the money. That's the first time I earned money. And since then, I asked for a little bit for the service I give people, but not that much. The equipment that I had was a beginner equipment, of course, but after I giving this service for a little price, I started investing more and more equipment, better equipment, and the better the equipment got, the higher my price got, and the better the equipment, the better my skill even got even. So it was a win-win thing, After I did that for a few years, then I started with ads, paid ads. Paid ads made me grow. Like before, it was like mouth to mouth, but my price was really low. Mouth to mouth. People came, but it was like the money I made was like not that much. It was around in a month. It was maybe 200 euros in a month, or maybe 150. Not that much because it's like mouth to mouth thing. I only got like 3 clients in a month and such, really low. But I wasn't really planning to scale it up, So it was like, a friend wanted to bring him back. Let him come back. That was that. After then, someone told me to start this thing to make it real. So I went to make it official, because before I was just tattooing friends and such on the low. And then I made it real. I registered everything. I started doing what was needed. My price was still not that high, but then I made my website from me. When I made a website, then my skill was already, my value, my skill were really up. I know I could do. So my price changed, and I made this crazy offer to people. I made this offer like 10 free tattoos, and I will tattoo anyone, no matter the size. So it was a crazy offer, So people were really engaged with the idea. It was an idea that I made to like create this more engagement, to get more known. What I did was I asked them to tag 3 friends, and from the 3 friends, they also tagged 3 friends and such. this offer, I posted it on my Instagram. The craziest thing is I even put money on the ad. That was the first time I put a lot of money on ads. On this ad, I did 1,200, 300 euros on the ad to get people free tattoos. Imagine, get people free tattoos and also pay that much money, and the people that came, the total amount of the tattoos was gonna be around. I think it was gonna be around 8,000 euros that I did all for free. But it was more like for the engagement or such, but not really for the money, you know. But before then, the biggest ad I spent was a month ago. That was just after before the website, when the website came, I did an ad. And that was around 300 euros. That was before. That was then my biggest ad. But normally I always did ads when I posted. When I had any post, I always put 10 euro on the ad, 10 euro maximum, 10 euro for 7 days. But that didn't really do much, you know. It's more like the more I put on an ad, and a good ad, the more engagement I get. So I told myself, stop that 10 euro post. I would just, instead of anytime I post, put 10 euro in it. I said to myself, wait till you have a good ad and then put like, bam, 500 euros in it. More engagement, you know. So that was what I did. After the 10 free tattoos, I had a lot of engagement, you know. My brand was known, Income Part. Everyone knew Income Part, you know. And yeah, from there, now what I'm doing now is like, anytime I post something, I don't put ad on it. I don't put no ads. I just wait till I have the perfect post to like jam it. But there's always one ad going on Income Part every month. Always one ad. Because my tattoo studio is like a private tattoo studio. If you're walking by, you don't really notice it's a studio. It's like a private thing. And people only notice from online what's really going on. I have like a big poster on a window, but you can't really see it through in it. Can't really see it through because I'm at the first floor and the poster is like at the down floor, you know. So that's the hardest path about the hardest thing about having a private studio. You must put an ad online to show people what's going on, you know. That was that. And that's the free ad I have is like mouth to mouth. That's the most all clients that I've had, the mouth to mouth thing works the most. But it takes a lot of time, the mouth to mouth, because if I go back to 2 years ago, that wasn't really that official and such. That I wasn't really that engaged. I never did serious ad. I always used mouth to mouth. The mouth to mouth brought clients in, but as you can see, it only brought me like 2-3 clients a month. And if I was like stuck to that type of thing, I would like wait till 10 years before my brand would have get known, you know. So now the mouth to mouth thing I have, now the free ads I had is the ads I do now. The free one is mouth to mouth, but I also combine it with Instagram ads, and also Instagram ads. And after all this ad thing, I had another crazy idea, and the crazy idea was what if I like printed a card, just this card. I told myself, what if I printed this card? The funny thing also, I will go back to this one. All my ads, all my posters, everything I created myself because I'm a graphic designer. I know how to create everything. All my edits, I edited myself. I know how to edit. I'm really, really good at this stuff. So I told myself, how about creating like a small card where people can just put on their pocket, put on their wallet easily. How about printing it, a lot of it, really a lot of it, because my idea was, if anyone gets it on their doorstep, they see it, most likely they will, if they're interested, they will show another person that's interested, because as you can see, it's more focused on piercings. It's more focused on piercings. Yeah. It's more focused on piercing. And a lot of people, okay, piercing, So that's what I did. I printed 90,000 uh, 90,000 cards. That's how much I printed. And now you'll be asking, how did I even share it? It wasn't a successful story, I would say. Spoiler alert. It wasn't a successful story, but it was a nice experience. A nice experience because I did all myself, and I saw that actually it was fun to do, actually, because I went from door to door sharing this thing. Every day I did like 1,500 every day. Wait, hold on. I stopped. Nevertheless, I was stopped when I was at 8,000. So I still have 72,000 left. I was stopped when I was when I had 8,000 shared by the local authority. They told me someone had this card in his doorstep without them allowing, but not everyone wants ads on their doorstep, But still, I did it. But then someone reached out to the local authority, and they told me, you have a warning. It's a one-time thing. If I do it again, I'll get like 30,000 euro fine. So yeah, I had to stop. But now, what I can do with that printed card is, whenever I'm hosting something or whenever I'm doing like an event or collab, I can always share it to people. So it's also the thing that I have on the side. So I'm not going to throw it away, because printing that much cards cost me about 700 euros. 700 euros. I can still use it. And best thing of all, I already have clients that came to me through that thing. So I'm already getting some money back, So it's not a bad thing. And even in the future, if I have time, I can also continue sharing the cards door to door. It's really, really fun to do. Music in your ears, sharing it, not give it no fucks. Because I was really happy doing it, working for myself. But if I was working for someone else, it would be like, But when I was doing it, really, I was really proud. No shame. I knew it's going to work. And if I do it in the future, it will work. In the future, I will do it. I will get everything back, That was that. So from now up to now, I've been focusing on Instagram ads, because after I got that message from them, I had no choice than to go back to Instagram ads. The thing about Instagram ads is it's more expensive, 2 times or 3 times more expensive than the card thing. And Instagram, people just see, they swipe it up, they don't even interact that much with it. But the card thing, they read it, because I really had a really nice offer in the card. If they read it, they're like, damn, okay. So that was that. That was everything about this week. This week now I'm running another ads on piercings. So normally people get engaged through piercings. That was just how this week, this month ads is gonna go. And next week I will tell you guys how the week went, and what I will be planning to do the next upcoming days for ads or collab or something like that. So in the future, probably I'll be planning to bring in influencers and such, because it's really a good thing to have influencers. So if you're an influencer, you can always contact me. Then we can see how we can work together, And that's that. If you have a brand coming up, you have any questions, you don't know how you can start scaling on doing something, don't hesitate. You can just type in a comment or private message on my Instagram, Income Parts IOP. Elvis George IOP. IOP is Income Parts. Direct message me, I will answer you, and we can even create podcasts together. We can tell each other what can help us grow, And that's the story I have for this week. Next week, you know what's gonna go, what's gonna happen. So I thank you for really following this journey of mine, and I hope see you next week. Watch, subscribe.